But the 120 day, I need a judge somewhere to say the 120-day rule was strictly complied with. That's the issue.
Okay. Anything else, sir?
Well, I've challenged jurisdiction. I just need you all to put it in the record. And by the way, is Mrs. Britt, what's Mrs. Britt here to testify to?
She's here because she's a department representative. Nobody's called her as a witness yet.
Okay, let me go ahead and cite Venetian Salmi Company versus PARTHENAIS 554 SO 2D 499, I'm sorry, comma 502 out of the Florida Supreme Court. If a defendant wishing to contest the allegation of the complaint concerning jurisdiction or to raise a contention of minimum context must file affidavits in support of his position. I've done that. The burden is then placed upon the plaintiff, which would be the Department of Revenue, to prove by affidavit the basis upon which jurisdiction may be obtained. Can I call Ms. Britt as a witness, by the way?
What purpose?
To verify that it's the department's position that all the necessary prerequisites for bringing the action were met.
What?
Yes or no, Mr. Denton? And if no, just tell me why.
Calling her? Are you asking permission to call her?
I want to ask Ms. Britt. I want to call Ms. Britt as a witness.
All right. Well, Ms. Britt, you've already been placed under oath. I'll do it again just so that it's clear on this record. If you raise your right hand, do you swear or affirm the testimony that you're about to provide will be the truth?
I do, sir. Britt, Department of Revenue Specialist Local 2.
Okay. Whatever your questions are, Mr. Dobbs, go for it.
Ms. Britt, can you assert or testify on behalf of the Department of Revenue that the Department of Revenue served the initial complaint within 120 days of its filing? The complaint and the summons within 120 days of its filing?
Your Honor, the department objects to that question. It's calls for a legal conclusion, not an issue of fact.
Sustain that question.
Wait a minute.
I've already taken judicial notice of the record, sir.
No, wait a minute. Hold on. What we're not going to do, especially you two attorneys, is play this game. It is an issue of fact. Okay, hold on. Strike that first, and then I'll come back to it. Ms. Britt, do you have a copy of the docket in front of you for case number 1995-DR6110? Do you have a copy of the docket?
No, sir.
Can you all provide Ms. Britt a copy of the docket, either through however you all may serve her or give it to her, so we can get to the bottom of this?
Once again, the department would object. Ms. Britt is not a critical witness to testify to anything that appears on the docket.
Yes, she can. Yes, she can. She's
judicial notice of already, so it's already within the record. It's irrelevant.
What's the legal basis for that? What's the legal basis for that? What's the legal basis for her statement?
Mr. Doss, are you asking Ms. Britt to tell me what the record says? Or are you asking her for her legal opinion?
I didn't ask her for legal opinion. I didn't play. Let me play the word game, Mr. Den. My question was clear. I'm not speaking one of my foreign languages. I asked Ms. Britt, does she have a copy of the docket?
She said
there's an official copy of the docket in the exhibits. Give Ms. Britt the exhibits. In the official docket, the case summary is in the exhibits. And she can look from there. It's stamped with the clerk's stamp. And by the way, whenever there's an issue of fact, there is a basis for me knowing. It's an issue of fact. The 120-day question is an issue of fact. You having to dismiss it is an issue of law. So now, can you please, through whatever means you all have for transferring information,
you carry the burden here, so why don't you display the record on your screen? Share the screen to your heart's content. If you'd like me to facilitate, I can try.
Oh, you don't have, okay, so let's go to page 84 of the docket would be exhibit, roll it back up, which is why I gave it to you all.
So
exhibit D, go to exhibit D. Go to exhibit D.
Are you not capable of sharing this on your screen?
I think we can, but it's a pretty large binder, so let's try it this way. I don't know if it will. So you see the respondent's supplemental authority, correct?
Yes, correct. We can all see that on the screen, I believe.
Is there a way for me to share this with her, or you can share her this with her this PDF via email or whatever source that you all tend to use for sharing this?
We're all looking at the screen. Whatever you put on the screen,
that's fine.
You can ask her a question about it.